guys, it's Jen. I just wanted to hop on real quick and give a little bit of background on 24 Hours, the marathons. There's been a lot of talk about 24 Hours this week, especially with the release of the new June monthly challenges. But at the heart of 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, our group, it really is these marathon events. So a little backstory for those of you that might be new, that haven't seen everything or heard about it. Those of you that have kind of been around for the duration, you might want to tune out right now. I don't know. It's completely up to you. But 24 Hours of Cross Stitch came about because my husband does an event where he games for charity. So he does, and I'm blanking on the name right now. So I thought he would hear me from the other room and tell me what it was, but he's clearly tuned me out. So that's not happening. But he does an event. What's it called?
Extra Life.
Extra Life, and he games for 24 hours, and he raises money for the Children's Hospital, I believe in Philadelphia. Maybe. He's tuned me out again. So, but he does this, and so it's every November, and he raises money, and he plays video games, and it's for charity. And so, it started the one night, and my mom and I were upstairs, and I was just kind of like, I wonder if we could cross stitch for 24 hours. He's up and doing that. I don't know. And so my mom looked at me and she goes, sure, we can do it. So I was like, okay. So it was back in February. We decided we're going to do it. We're going to just see if we can stitch for 24 hours straight. And we didn't really tell that many people. We kind of put it out right before we were going to do it. We decided we'd do it Friday afternoon, go until Saturday afternoon because we wanted, Brandon got off work and we weren't sure if he was going to be participating and that kind of stuff. And, we're theme oriented. So we watched 24. So in February, we watched season 1 and we would stitch for a while the episode was running, which is about 45 minutes on DVD. And then at the end of each episode, I filmed a little blurb. I started 24 tiny little projects that were not really tiny little projects and ended up with 24 works in progress that I spent the rest of the month trying to finish. My mom didn't take that approach. It wasn't that we had to stitch the same thing or that there was any format to it. It was just a challenge to ourselves to see if we could do it. And we did it, and it was super fun. So after the recap video, if you haven't seen it, it's on my FlossTube back in February. I get a little delirious in the middle of the night, but it was fun, and it was fun to have a record of what we did. We had a lot of people asking if they could participate in the event too. Would we do it again? So I was like, oh, well, sure, we can do it again. And 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, the group was formed. So we made the group on Facebook. We wanted everybody to have a spot that they could kind of connect. And then in April, we got together again, and we did from 4 p.m. on Friday to 4 p.m. on Saturday. And there were people from all over the world. We had around 300 people, I think, participated. And you did not have to stitch for 24 hours. Team sleep became a big thing because some people need to sleep. I like the challenge of trying for the 24 consecutive hours, so I still did that. We watched 24 season 2. I started another project. I think I did Year at Hawk Run Hollow, 12 parts. My mom was doing a 12-part series too. So we did that last time in April. We had so many people participate. So many people said they would love to have this be a more regular thing. So we decided to make it a kind of bi-monthly event. So we've released the dates for Take 3, which is this weekend, June 7th through 9th. It's running from 4 p.m. This is where it's different. Instead of making it just a set 24-hour period, we decided to do a 24-hour period in 48 hours. Does this mean that you have to stitch for 24 hours during the 48 hours to say you participated in it? No. I hope if you're new to this, you have learned that we really our goal is to encourage stitching. We want to encourage people to have fun with this. If the idea of stitching for that many consecutive hours or just that many hours in a weekend or time frame stresses you out, stop. Really, we do not want you to be stressed out by this. We want you to have fun. So this weekend, June 7th, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we are starting our marathon number 3. We are inviting you to join in. There is the Facebook group that will be operating. We're going to keep the format pretty similar. We're not going to like run a whole lot of like extra stuff this time. We have some ideas going forward, but really we wanted the big focus to be that we've extended the time frame this time. So you have 48 hours to stitch as many hours as you can. Let's look at it like that. My goal is going to be stitching for 24 hours. I'm still going consecutive. I mean, there are people that have gotten hotel rooms. That is so much fun, and are having like slumber parties to stitch. We love the community factor that this has built. And so however you can do that, we will have people on Facebook that are stitching. The messenger group was big. We had some hinks last time with Discord. We tried to do like a audio chat, but it got hard when people had like their TVs on in the background, and it was just that it was a new technology to me, and so I didn't really know how to give you guys any help to do it. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that. I do know that the virtual stitching group on Facebook is also running the event, so they will be meeting together there, and we're toying with like maybe having some like Facebook Live or me going on YouTube Live for a little bit, but I'm not making any promises. Not yet. It's Tuesday. I've still got time to figure it out. So that's what this event is. Very, very, very open-ended. You make it what works for you. If you only have time to stitch for an hour, fine. Still join in. Still tell us that you participated. At the end of the event, I will post in the Facebook group and on my YouTube recap video. I will have a link that will go to a like survey or a response that you can tell us that you've participated, because we are doing some giveaways, and we will be doing, there's a few different things in the works. I will have a more official list as I kind of gather it all together, but I've had so many people in this community reaching out saying that they wanted to be a part of this and asking if they could give some stuff to give to you guys for stitching and joining it. So I've got some goodies, some pretty exciting stuff that we will be rolling out during the thing and thereafter. So you'll want to let us know that you participated. We're not like gathering emails for like newsletter lists or anything like that. We're just getting it so that if you respond, I can get in touch with you and you can give me your address. So that's kind of the long and short of that. I did go ahead, because anybody that knows me knows that I make like templates and printables and all the things. So I did go ahead and I made a tracker sheet for you if you're interested. Totally optional. You don't have to do it. But it just lays out the the backwards thing. 24 hours, and then it has a column to write down what time it was that you were starting hour one. So my hour one is going to start at 4 p.m. What your project that you're working on, how many stitches, because I track my stitches, and then your mood. If you're happy about stitching during that hour, or if this is not a fun task because it is hour 16 and you have been up for 16 hours straight and you just don't want to do it. So that will be available in the Facebook group. If you want a copy and you're not on the Facebook group, shoot me an email, quirksandstitches@gmail.com, and I will get it to you. So what are you stitching? What do you need to stitch? Totally up to you. Like I said, the first time I started 24 different projects. I'm not doing that again because I keep starting things and I want to finish some things. I am, however, doing a new start. I like to commemorate the start of events with things. So I am going to be stitching Time Enough by Kathy Barrick. I like that it had a clock. I felt like it fit with the 24 hours. And I'm going to be changing some colors and things like that as I go. That's my plan. I want to see this time. I haven't done that where I've started with one project and gone straight. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to see how much I can accomplish during the time frame. Like I said, 24 hours. You have 48 hours to complete as much as you can. Don't feel intimidated if you can't stitch that much. Just be part of stitching community. I think that what everybody was kind of came away with the last time was that it was really neat to know that other people were stitching at the same time as we're stitching, since Instagram and Facebook and stuff isn't always like right, you're scrolling backwards, you're seeing things that have happened in the past. Knowing that other people were stitching right then, even if you don't have an LNS and a local stitching community, was was neat. And so that's just what we're encouraging. There's no real right way or wrong way to do this. There is a Facebook group. If you are interested, I will link it below. If you have questions, again, shoot me an email. Like, we really, my email gets a little hairy because I get a lot of stuff coming in right now, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Or shoot me a message on Facebook. However I can help you enjoy this process, I would like to. So that is what is happening for 24 hours. I will be posting some more updates in the Facebook group. I probably won't be coming up on here again to do any updates unless we have any like way mega changes, which I can't really see happening at this point. I'm going to pause for a second and ask Brandon if he thinks I need to mention anything else. Brandon?
Not that I'm aware of.
He thinks I got everything. I think that's probably it. So that is what is happening. We're super excited to stitch with you. So we encourage you to get your comfy clothes, get your favorite stitching spot, get something that you really like to watch on television. I'm watching 24 season 3 because I am a sucker for a theme, and now that it has been started, we have to have at least, how many seasons were they? 8 seasons or something, so that I can watch them all of these events. Just stitch. Like, that's really all it is. And then be on the lookout, because I will be posting the link on where you can respond to tell us that you participated, because that's going to be your kind of entry into any of our giveaway options. So short and sweet tonight, guys. Happy stitching.